So, what's up, YouTube? As you can see, we're playing Lone Wolf Joe Devers. You're a lone wolf. Your life is not an ordinary one. You assess and encounter all with intelligence. May the battles you have fought in defense of Summerland. Wielding your sword, you're more than a gifted warrior. You possess special Kai disciplines that give you mastery of survival, mind blast, mind shield, weapon skill, and sixth sense. The Summerland, and the Kai. I know, cringe as fuck voice, but fuck you, deal with it. I'm gonna have fun with this, and if you're watching the video, you're here for the ride. If you're in the stream, well, that's just too damn bad. Yeah, let's run it.
For many centuries, the Kai Lords defended their kingdom of Sommerland from the Dark Lords of Helgadad. Many battles were fought and won by the Kai, but finally came their demise. 3 years ago, the monastery of your warrior order was attacked by the armies of the Dark Lords. The Kai were destroyed. You were the only one who survived the final battle. All seemed lost, but you retrieved the Sommersword, the one weapon that can slay a Dark Lord of Helgadad. You slew Zagana, the Dark Lord leader, and saved your kingdom from destruction. Now, the lesser Dark Lords hunger to take their revenge. It falls to you, the last Kai Lord of Sommerland, to crush their evil schemes once more.
And we spun the block on the ass? Crazy. Blood on the Snow. Chapter 1. Blood on the Snow. You're Lone Wolf, the last of the Kai Lords and sole survivor of a massacre that destroyed your entire warrior order. You would prefer not to be where you find yourself now, in a narrow mountain pass, blanketed with crisp snow, flanked by shadow. Timberlands were is that right? Timberlands, yeah. Where icy winds whistle through the branches and call and chill you to the bone. You would prefer not to be here, but duty has called you to this remote part of this remote part of your domain. You are the feral? Fuck that word. Of this territory, and you are responsible for the safety and security of the hardy Summerland folk, who live and prosper in the harsh mountains borderland. You have received a disturbing report of enemy activity around in the mining village of Rockstard. Fuck. And all communication with the village has ceased. Still not reading that. That the settlement may have been attacked by Garks and other Darkland riders. You have come here to assess for yourself the true situation. After a seemingly endless trek through the snow and ice, you have almost reached your destination. Your horse becomes increasingly nervous as you approach the outskirts of the mining settlement. Look at that illustration for real. Damn, that shit is nice. W artist. The smell of wood smoke is being carried along on the chill air, and its acrid aroma unsettles you both. This is not the reassuring smell of smoke that arises from hell or furnace in the depths of winter. This is the smell of wanton destruction. Your heart sinks. You have journeyed here as quickly as the harsh weather would permit, but despite your valor and effort, you may have arrived too late. I don't know how long I can actually read in this stupid ass voice. Sorry. The forest, wait, okay. The forest clings to the steep mountainside on both sides of the trail. The ground here is very difficult to traverse on foot and impossible on horseback. It it comprises it comprises, yeah, that's right, jagged rocks and loose shale with treacherously deep and narrow fissures, and they're all covered by a blanket of ice and snow. It will be very difficult. It will be very difficult very difficult route to take. But if you were to always keep the trail in sight, it would be a sure way to reach Rockstone. You dismount and pet your horse's head reassuringly. Then you retrieve your equipment and personal items from the saddlebag. The horse senses that you must leave him now and go ahead alone. He neighs softly, yet sadly. Fear not, dear friend. Oh, I should probably do a different voice. Hold on. Fear not, dear friend. You have fulfilled your duty with courage. Now you must return alone to the monastery, where you will be safe. Go as fast as you are able. We shall be reunited before too long. Your horse lowers his head, and affectionately, he nuzzles your shoulder. Love and loyalty warms your heart. With the last pat of his forehead, you send him on his way, back along the track and mountain track and road that leads to the Kai Monastery. I hate this. I hate this so much. But onward I must go. I hate myself. You watch him go until he is lost among the trees. Then you still your nerves and resolve to reach Rockstead as quickly as you can on foot. You tackle the difficult ascent with dexterity until you find the way ahead is blocked by a vast wall of snow. This obstruction is the result of an avalanche that swept down the mountainside a few days earlier, carrying with it many trees and loose boulders. The village of Rockstead lies beyond this great wall of snow and shattered timber. You examine the wall of snow and discover that an extra large section is being held in place by a boulder, perched precariously on the edge of the steep decline. If you were able to dislodge this boulder, the snowy fall of this section would collapse. It would create a gap through which you could pass to the far side without making the treacherous ascent to the summit of the avalanche debris. You scour the surrounding trees, looking for a solid branch that you can use as a lever. Fortunately, you discover an ideal broth. strong and straight. Wink, wink. Anyway, and set to work fixing it, and placed behind the boulder with all your strength. You will pull on the end of the stout branch and feel the boulder start to move. There was a loud noise, like the rumble of thunder, and suddenly the boulder falls away, and the snow behind collapses, bearing you completely. Fearing suffocation, you struggle to free yourself from the grip of the crushing white prison. After what seems like an eternity, you break through and you break to the surface and gulp down lungs full of cold, fresh air. You come close to being suffocated to death, and this near-death experience leaves you feeling shocked and acutely aware of your mortality. As you regain your composure, you see that the way ahead of you is clear. A V-shaped cliff has approached where the snowfall has collapsed. You traverse the gap in the avalanche, but you are brought to a half by something black and metallic, puncturing, piercing, protruding from the snow. It is the hilt of a sword. From its crude shape and black metal pommel, you deduce that it is a grok sword. With your hands, you scoop away the snow from the sword's blade, and you make a gruesome discovery. The tip of this grok weapon is embedded in the frozen chest of a little boy, 7 years old at the most. You bite back your feeling of anger and revulsion. Carefully, you remove the caked snow from the child's brown hair, from his head, and from the fragile shoulders of this innocent victim. You are filled with a great sadness when you see the look of sheer horror that is frozen, literally, on his tender, young face. A small pendant hangs around the child's neck. It is made of a summer landing gold, and there is a name inscribed on it. Sirik, retrieve this pendant and put it in safely in your backpack. Then you cover the dead boy's body with snow and say a prayer to the goddess Ishia to keep this spirit safe from the forces of darkness. You salute the boy's icy burial mound, and pass through the gasp and the snowfall to the far side. You are now less than a mile from Rockstone. Beyond the gasp is an avalanche wall. You find the village trail. It is open and clear of obstacles. You start to run along the trail, mindful that you have lost too much time already. You follow the road as it snakes gently through the high timberland. And it is not long before you see the patch straighten as it approaches the entrance of Rockstone. A whirling gray spire of smoke is rising into the cloudy sky above this ravaged settlement. It is being carried along by the icy breeze that whispers and howls through the main street. A rustling sound makes you freeze in mid-step. Slowly you turn to face the sound and you see a pair of hooded amber eyes staring at you from the corner of the snowy foliage. They are the eyes of a wolf, an old male and descriptive patch of white fur in the center of his forehead. You sense that the rest of his pack is close by. The wolf pack leader nuzzles his way through the foliage and approaches you. Bruh, W artist, my guy. W artist. Whoever the artist is for this, W fucking artist. Like, look at this shit. Look at the detail in the tree and how their fur patterns and how their fur looks too. I mean, all I can say is just W art, my guy. W art. His thick gray body fur is highlighted with such colored hairs that ripple and gleam as he draws closer. He is a powerful hunter, yet you have no need to be afraid of him. With a narrowing of his eyes, he warns you that great danger lies ahead. Yes, yes, my friend, you murmur quietly. Yet face this danger I must. Here are my people. They are my pack. I am their leader. I must protect them. The village of Rockstone was once a thriving, vibrant mining community, nestling among the slopes of the surrounding mountain. Life here on the border with the dark lands is harsh, yet the villagers in Rockstone are hardy and industrious community. They are fiercely loyal to you, their lead lord, and to King Olnar in Summerland. Now Rockstone lies silent and smoldering. The noise of the steam engines and its harmony? I know. No longer echoes amongst the high peaks. Cautiously, you approach the entrance to the village. It is eerily quiet. The smell of wood smoke that you detected from a distance is now heavy with the cloying stench of death. You stare unblinkingly at the horrific sense that greets you. The blood-soaked and lifeless bodies of the villagers lie strewn about the street. Many were cut down as they fled, while others died fighting desperately to protect their loved ones in their homes. Recent snowfall has covered the slain with a thin white shroud, sparing you the unsettling sight of their gaping frozen wounds. All around, several shops and dwellings have been badly burned and completely destroyed by fire. There are too many victims hereabouts for you to gather their bodies and give them decent burial. As is customary practice in Summerland, the terrible price that has been paid by the villagers of Rockstone, partly as consequence of your late arrival, weighs heavily on your heart. You close your eyes, raise your face to the cloudy sky, and make a silent plea to the goddess Ishira to gather and protect the souls of the slain. You open your eyes and advance along the main street. Your nerves as taut as wind steel wires. Steel wires. Then you hear something. It is the sound of bare feet on fresh snow. It is followed by the rattle of loose armor and the growling growl that set your pulse racing. It's a Gark. It drools through its sharp, uneven teeth You recognize the foul grok language, and know enough of to translate its chilling utterance. I bring you a slow death. Your fears are confirmed by the presence of its hateful grok, of this hateful grok. Rockstone has been attacked by Grok riding party. The creature stalking toward you is only one of many now occupying the village. The Grok closes in indefinitely you stand your guard. Indefinitely you stand your guard. You can expect to receive no mercy from this creature, and you will give none in return. Let's run this. Quick attack. And run with a directional. Bud Muppet. And then I shall simply guard. I can do nothing here, so sweet. Heavy attack. And then just a quick one. That was not the heavy attack, that's a heavy attack. I'm stupid. Another one. Fudge Muppet, I'm out of energy. I'm not gonna use that. I'm just gonna. I should have used my last few moments to guard, but I didn't. Sweet, thank you. I'm gonna heavy attack you. Cause fuck you. Then I'm going to quick attack you. Then I'm going to set for nothing, because I can do nothing. Alright, mind attack then. Whatever this does, I guess. Okay, I guess I have a attack up. Yay. Oh, shiz. Okay. Ow, you bitch. And now you shall die for your insolence. Fuck you. Bro did not earn that cold ass walk away, bro. Who does homie think he is? Bro did not earn that cold ass walk away. Sweet. You derive no pleasure from killing, but if there is only one survivor still alive in the village, you vow to do everything you can to find and keep them safe. You turn away from the Grok's corpses and scour the surrounding buildings for signs of life. But this part of Rockstead and its inhabitants were hit especially hard. It looks as if Groks wanted to make dutifully sure that nobody would escape and raise the alarm. The houses and stores are badly damaged. Their once fine facades blackened and charred by fire. The closest building is near to collapse. Much of the roof has fallen, and in its walls are cracked and hollowed. Above the smoldering door, You can still see a sign and make out the inscription. Pink's store. The store is in such a dangerous condition that you feel it's unsafe to enter. However, it has an attached warehouse that has survived, virtually intact. You try to enter, but the door has been barred from the inside. With little difficulty, you climb the damaged the front of the building, and peer in through the gaping hole in the wall, directly above the main door. Below, you can see the storage area of this general store. Its goods and produce lies scattered everywhere. You sense the presence of gawks, although you cannot be sure how many are lurking here. Then they scuttle into view. They are fighting over a leg of crude ham they have found. Roughly, they claw and shove each other as they struggle for possession of this hunch of meat. You watch as they come closer to the bar door. When they are below your position, you decide to use an element of surprise to your advantage. You leap down and attack them, catching them unaware. Let's see here. Oh, Fudge Muppet, I am running out of time. Hey, wait. Go. Parry. Okay, I didn't know that was an attack. I thought that was a parry. Ow, you bitch. You ain't gonna do shit. Oh, he did something. You motherfucker. I'm just gonna parry your ass. Okay, again, that was not a parry. I don't think I can. Okay, I can block. Okay, motherfucker is... heavy attack. I'm just gonna finish you off. How did that not finish you off? Alright, you low-key earned that cold-ass walk-off. You low-key earned that cold-ass walk-off. Alright? This was once a thriving general store, but now it lies in ruin. Its structure badly damaged by the fires that were started deliberately by the meandering groks. Much of its stock has been looted or despoiled by its unwelcome invaders. A map of Rockstone in the surrounding mountains area, hanging on the soot blackened wall. This mining village is built on a on a plateau of rock overlooking the sunken forest. The entrances to this famous Brian Mines is located in the southern east part of the crater-like wall of the rock that surrounded and contains the wooden depression. You suspect that the brain may have the reason. Fuck. You suspect that the brain may have been the reason why the gas have attacked Rockstone in force. You search through the debris that covers the floor, but there is little of value to be found. You are about to stop your search and leave the store when behind the store's center, you discover something that sparks your curiosity. It is a large wooden chest, and it is locked. Shall we see what's inside? Now, since I've done this before, I already know this is Skyrim. This is basically just Skyrim lockpicking. No. No. Over here. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. You managed to pick the lock, and now the container lies open in front of you. You look inside to find some valuable items that could prove useful. Hell yeah. Oh wait. When you leave the store and return to the main street, a gust of icy wind bites into the exposed flesh of your face, and the sudden chill makes you shiver. The winter sun is completely obscured by the thick gray clouds, yet you are able to tell the time of day without its helpful presence. It is nearing midday. Yippee! You follow the main street tense. You follow the main street tense and alert, ever watchful for signs of human life and Gawk raiders. Suddenly, the door of the nearby building is thrown open, and into the street pour a gang of Gawks, growling and wavering their black-bladed weapons above their lonesome heads. You steel yourself for immediate combat, but your concentration is broken when you glimpse a human is among their number. It is a girl in her late teens, with short dark hair and sharp sparkling eyes. She does not look like a typical Rockstone villager. I use mind powers. Good. Oh shit. Fuck. The Gawks are so preoccupied with the girl that they fail to see you standing openly in the street on the nearby street. Quickly, you seize the advantage and launch a psychic attack upon this closely guarded gang of enemies. Closely grouped gang of enemies. And the searing effect of your mind blast makes the Gawk shriek in pain. You glance toward the girl and see that she is stopped momentarily. For a fleeting second, your eyes meet, and in the blink of an eye, she upholds a small crossbow from beneath her cloak. It is unlike any crossbow you've seen before. She is so fucking cool. He levels the storage sheet. He levels the strange crossbow at one of the Groks and sends the steel bolt steering between the creature's hateful eyes. She fires again and another Grok falls dead. Then another. The crossbow is reloading itself as fast as she can fire it. Quickly, she holsters her weapon and sprints across the street towards the cover and safety of an undamaged house on the far side. Your instinct is to follow her, for she is the only living human you have encountered so far. There are many questions you would like to ask her. Unfortunately, the break in your concentration gives the Grok some reprieve from your psychic attack, and now their shrieks of pain are turned to cries of anger. You raise your weapon and rush towards them, eager to slay them all before they can fully recover. Slay them all before they can fully recover from the effects of your key mind blast. Let's fuck him up. Alright, first things first. Heavy attack on his ass. Then we are going to do this. And I'm gonna block. Come at me, you won't. Punk bitch. And now I just gotta hold this. Sweet. You die now. Actually, hold on a sec. Extra damage my sword. Wait, just for the last second. Woo. Almost missed that too. Played that pretty damn well. Way to go, me. Fuck it. No, I can't do it. Let's see. Kill them all. Bitch nigga. No one damn well he can't say that shit. But I can, so fuck that. I'm having too much fun doing dumb shit. What kind of loot do we get? Sweet. The girl is nowhere to be seen. You focus your gaze on the house opposite and detect fresh tracks leading towards the front door of the large house. It has escaped the fire that has ravaged much of this area. And clearly you can read the ornate sign fixed above the door. Redline the inventor. Stealthily, you approach the front door and twist its iron handle. It is locked. We gonna lockpick that hoe. Hell yeah. You hear the clack of the lock opening, and you reach the door handle. One twist and it opens easily on its well-oiled hinges. Cautiously, you enter the open doorway and catch your first glimpse of the interior of the Red Lion's house. It is furnished with sturdy chairs and tables, all stacked high with blueprints of inventions, prototype clockwork devices, and tools of all kinds. Your eyes adapt quickly to the dark interior, and your ears detect the scurry of female feet, shod in soft leather. From out the shadows, the girl comes running toward you. Who are you? She demands to know. I am Lone Wolf, and I am your liege lord. You reply, taken aback by the impurement tone. And you are? I am Ladara. Yeah, I actually read that right first try. I am Ladara, Jin Redalon. Is my father. Lindava's voice is tense and irritable. It's as if she resents having to answer your simple question. This is not how the village would normally address their liege lord. As you assume, she must be in the state of shock. Thank you, my lord. I gotta say that shit more sassy. Thank you, my lord, he says, her voice dripping with sarcasm. So generous of you to visit our humble village. Such a pity you were alive far too late. Too late. Far too late. Harsh words shock you into stunned silence. You are a little unnerved by her disrespectful and her fuck that word. Fuck, I can't read. We're not gonna be a dick here. We damn well could, but we don't really got the right to be a dick here. The girl is clearly upset by the calamity that has befallen her village. Her friends, her family. You soften your expression and try to console her sympathetically. I came as soon as I received word that you were in trouble. I have sent an urgent message to the king, and he will send troops here to deal with the Garks. Of that you can be sure. The girl nods her head, acknowledging your words of comfort, but she does not say anything in reply. You sense that she is not entirely convinced that you say what you say will come to pass. She goes to the front door and closes it before she says anything more. The girl goes and stands next to the latch window at the front of the house. Anxiously, she peers into the street beyond. She is fearful that more Garks will arrive soon and try to break into her house. You stand on the other side of the window and try to get her to talk to you. Together, you keep watch, monitoring gains of Garks. After a few minutes of uneasy silence, finally, she relents and tells you what has happened in Rockstone. She also tells you something about herself and her famous father. A large raiding party of Grok's supported by Darken. Fuck that guy's name. Attacked the village. And the day before yesterday, they gained entry into the village. Oh wait, this is her speaking, isn't it? I gotta. Fine. A large raiding party of Groks, supported by still fuck that guy's name, attacked the village in the day before yesterday. They gained entry into the village by the way of the large steam powered elevator platform. This elevator is used to host wagons of Branyan ore and convoy miners to the floor of this sun-kissed forest. Rockstone has attached during. Rockstone was attacked during the day. From this fact, you deduce that the raiders were not focused upon killing the townsfolk, since they launched their attack at the time when the village was last occupied. Many of the villagers were down in the sun-kissed forest when the attack began, either working in the mines or gathering timber. These lucky ones have all since taken refuge in the mines, which may as well have been the safest place to be at present and currently the easiest to defend. In my defense, these words are written a little wonky, which tricks my little tiny little peanut brain a little bit. So, I'm trying. Unfortunately, the timing of the attack caught the most whatever that word is, villagers unawares and undefended. You recall the massacre site that greeted your arrival, and the shiver runs down your spine. The arms of the Dark Lords are cruel beyond reason. They delight in murder and mayhem and know no other way. Lenora is unsure about precisely what the raiders came for, but she stayed behind to sabotage the elevator. He attacked with the help of a traitor, of Toralor, the village sheriff. By doing so, he would prevent the Groks from pursuing and killing her kinfolk before they could reach the sanctuary of the mines. She has since played cat and mouse with the Groks, constantly moving and hiding, and avoid being captured or killed. She tells you that she removed the essential parts of the elevator mechanism: the compression valve, the drive chain, and the control handle. She has one of the parts in her pocket. It's the compression valve. The other two parts are in separate locations in the village. Lendra tells you that Taylor, the sheriff, has the control handle, and that she hid the drive chain in the foundry near the ore smelting works, a large building located close to the cliff edge. I'm assuming that's going to be that over there. I mean, it's pretty much almost guaranteed. Without these parts, the elevator is useless. The Grots cannot return to the forest floor. They are trapped here. The cliff is steep and sheer, and it's too treacherous to descend by rope. Lenora is anxious to rejoin her father and the others who are now hiding in the mines. Rockstone is a far too dangerous a place for her to stay here any longer, but she is sorely aware that the only way down to the forest floor is by using the elevator. She must have all of the missing parts so that she can refit them and get the elevator working again. You tell her you are impressed by her courage and she has shown. Your compliment makes her smile, but only a little. It's the first time you've seen her relax her stern expression. How have you been able to survive in this village full of enemies? You ask. Lenara's smile brightens. I follow my father's footsteps as an inventor. But my work is, how shall I say, less theoretical and more personal. She flicks back her cloak to reveal her holstered crossbow. I'm a crack shot with this. It's kept me out of harm's way so far, but now I have only a few bolts left. My ammunition is running out fast, and so too I fear my luck. She reaches to a velvet pouch, hanging from her leather belt. She clenches a clasp. Bugja. She clenches open its clasp and takes out a small metal cylinder, which she hands to you. I think this compression valve would be better off in your safekeeping. Please keep it secure. Our lives may depend on it. You take the compression valve and store it carefully in your backpack. Lenora stares directly into your eyes and says, I'm determined to join my father and my people in the mine. You have to come here to pursue the raiders and avenge the destruction they have wrought. Is that not so? If you help me, then I'll help you. You're going to need a working elevator to reach the 4th floor. Without it, you're not able to discover the reason for this attack. Lenora says. When the Groks discovered that I'd sabotaged the elevator, they were furious. In their blind rage, they vandalized. That's a V, not a fucking U. God, I hate this. They vandalized the pump room and the boiler house. I must go there and make good any damage to the pump and boiler. It's no good replacing the missing parts if there's no power to the elevator. And while you're taking care of that, I shall search for the missing parts. You reply. Lenora nods her approval. Remember, she says, Sheriff Teller has the control handle, and the drive chain is hidden in the foundry. I had little chance to hide it properly. There were 2 garlics chasing me, as I recall. I threw it among other chains that were lying on the floor. It's very different from those chains. It's smaller, and it's well oiled. The foundry chains are dry and have much bigger links. Very good. This will help me find the parts. You reply. Your immediate tasks are now clear. You must find Sheriff Teller and retrieve the control handle. And you must go to the foundry and find the drive chain. Next episode, Blood on the Snow, Chapter 2.